What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another portfolio update. I know it's Saturday, but I didn't get a chance to make a video last night, so I'm coming at you on the weekend. Thank you guys so much for joining. If you guys could hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it would help grow this little channel tremendously, as well as make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of the update videos. We're going to be covering a lot today, some pretty big moves in the portfolio, as you can see in the title of this video. Make sure you guys send me a message if you want my free options blueprint. Sending that out to my first 1,000 subscribers as a huge thank you for helping me grow the channel. It's everything I know about trading options. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to cover the main stock account. I'm going to told you why I sold 73,000 worth of Bitcoin. I'll show you the stock I bought today, as well as the technicals on that. I'll show you the option move that I made today. We will also check up on the current options plays and look at all the crypto portfolios and the little Robinhood, as well as any stocks on my radar. So let's get into it. Not much movement today. Actually, we were down at one point a few thousand, but we ended the day pretty much flat, down $361. As far as the main movers in the portfolio, it's not going to show anything because today's Saturday, but I did look back and really at the close, the only big movers was Amazon down 1.5%, and these are my biggest positions, guys, at the top from biggest to smallest. So Amazon was down 1.5%, Enphase down 2%, Shopify down 1.2%, and Bitcoin ETF down 2%. All the other movements were pretty much break even or slightly down. So why did I sell $73,000 worth of Bitcoin? Okay, you can see it right here, 73K. Well, Bitcoin essentially was about 35% of my portfolio, guys. And the cost basis on the Bitcoin ETF was about break even. And it come back down recently to my break even buy point of about 67,000. And I was just looking at the risk reward, and right now it's just not there. If you look at the Bitcoin technicals, it's gotten rejected 2 or 3 times near its all-time high. And I look at my risk reward like this. If Bitcoin starts to break out past its all-time high, I can always buy back in, and that's what I would do. But if we take, a dip down from here, I'm going to be really sad. And one way to know if you guys are sized appropriately in your positions is if you're constantly checking it, if you're constantly thinking about that position, then that means it's too big. And for me, especially with crypto trading 24/7, I was checking it, all the time. And, I don't want, although I think Bitcoin will hit the 6-figure mark this year, I don't see it doing that with a shaky stock market at the same time. So if stocks pull back over the summer, let's say 5 to 7%, I don't see Bitcoin making new high after new high while the stock market is trending downwards over the next few months. That may not happen, but Bitcoin has not proved recently that it can separate itself from being a risk asset and going up when the stock market goes down. That's not what we've seen. So I let go of the 73K of Bitcoin. I will buy back into it, hopefully on a dip, but if it does decide to break out, then at that point I will buy back in as well. The other reason why I didn't really feel any FOMO is because I'm still carrying this 45,000 worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. This I have no desire to sell because this was bought at 20,000 and 30,000 levels, guys. If you look at the 1 year, it's 169% up. And so these were bought when you should be buying on big dips. But I decided to add to it a few months ago. And so when it came back down to my break even yesterday, I decided to take about $1,000 gain on the position and called it good. So now I'm loaded up with cash in the main stock portfolio and awaiting any dips in Bitcoin or some of my favorite stocks. So the stock that I bought today was Amazon. I bought $5,000 worth of Amazon. I want to show you guys the technicals and why I decided to buy yesterday. So we're zooming in on an Amazon chart here. There's a couple things I look for that it had going for it. Number one, it's below the 50-day moving average. That's like my first indicator. I really don't buy stocks above the 50-day moving average. Number two, it came down and touched. You can see it wicked down. I'll do a explanation on candles for you guys one day, but it's basically a very good sign when a stock, let me zoom in, wicks down like this, but then closes above that bottom level of the wick. That's a positive indication. So this green line is the Keltner channel, and so that can serve as another level of support. And also recently here were two more levels of support in the 175. There's some more over here, and so I saw that as a good dollar cost average point. We got the RSI coming down here nicely near the 30s, which also rarely happens. If we zoom out, you can see just in the past year, very rare that Amazon even comes down to that level on the relative strength index. So this was just a good point for me to add to my position. Most of my position was built in the low 100s, but you have to average up in a bull market on the best stocks. And I believe Amazon will really lead the markets in as far as mega cap stocks that still have potential for upward movement. So that was the stock that I bought today. I also sold a put on Amazon, which if you're new to options means I agreed to buy 100 shares of Amazon right here. 100 shares. I sold the 170 put for July 5th. I collected 239 in credit, and I only sold one contract. So that was a move that I made yesterday. And again, looking at the technicals, I saw here, okay, last time it wicked down because I was deciding whether to choose 170 or 165. I saw last time it wicked down to 175, it closed at 170. So that's very positive. The fact that it got down to almost 165 and closed at 170 in the same trading day. So I chose 170 strike, and I typically will choose one strike above what I'm comfortable rolling down to in order to accept the shares. So if I'm willing to accept shares at 165, then I'm willing to start selling the puts at 170. So I'm basically one roll away from where I would be wanting to actually take those shares. That's what I do most of the time. So update on current options plays that I'm in. I really don't like the Thinkorswim platform, but I will try to navigate it as best as possible. So the Tesla 195 calls, we're up 23% or $220. I don't see those being challenged at all. I'll have to check when that Elon pay package is, and I'll probably close it out before that. Enphase, we are down 6%, or $46. So no problem there. Still way out of the money with that 140 call. So that's still looking positive. Shopify, we are down 8% or $20. So still looking good there, no problem. And then Nike, we are up 45% or $112. So I will be looking to actually close that one probably sometime next week. So all the options are looking good. Nothing that's extremely going against me at this point. One thing I've learned in the past year is you have to absolutely start managing positions when they breach your strike. I have probably 5 or 6 different strategies that I use depending upon the severity of that strike being breached and the momentum of why that strike has been breached. Whenever that happens, I'll get to do that in real time for you guys. But that was probably the biggest mistake I've made over the past several years, which is why I have CrowdStrike at 210 for January of 25, and it's currently like in the 300s, I believe. So, I'm going to be basically rolling that for the next several years, or buying it back for a massive credit, which we don't want to do. We already saw the crypto portfolio. Let's quickly look at the Robinhood. Come on. 12,200 in the little Robinhood. Options, these are all Leap options. We got the SoFi put, 650. Sorry, this is not a Leap. Up 6.5. So that's now back to 0% return. $20 calls, we're down. This will be the first option that I let go if I see something up other really juicy in the market. If one of my favorite stocks or Bitcoin would have dipped to like 50K or something, better believe this option is getting taken out, and that will move into something of a higher conviction. That is just a trade on Unity. And then we got the SoFi 7 calls, down 15%. Sitting on, this whole account is pretty much cash, 10,600 of buying power in cash ever since I liquidated accidentally on the Ethereum. Stocks on my radar is the last thing. These are all stocks that could be in a portfolio soon, or have taken big dips and caught my eye. We got SoFi and DraftKings, Snowflake, Nike, Starbucks, Boeing, Unity, PayPal, Ulta, and CRM or Salesforce. These are all stocks that could be trades or they could be investments. Either one, I see them all as good dollar cost average points currently. That's pretty much all I got for you guys today. It was a pretty fun week in the market. I'm definitely going to keep you updated on the Bitcoin position and any moves that I make there. I'm really happy to buy more shares of Amazon today because it just has not been, has not given us a re-entry opportunity in quite some time. So I'm glad to, been able to pick up some more shares. Microsoft is something I would also like to add to shortly, but it just hasn't given a great opportunity. If it pulls below probably 390 or so, I would pick up some more shares there. And Tesla is a position that I'm looking to add to soon as well. I'll just have to see what happens with this pay package and then go from there. So thanks guys so much for watching. If you made it this far, you're probably like 1% of everyone that watches. But thank you guys so much. If you want my options blueprint, like I said, giving that out free. It's everything I know compiled into an easy to read document that I would send you guys for free. And just send me a message to my Instagram. I put the link to that in the description. I'll be glad to send that over. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I will check back next week. Hope you enjoy your weekend and see you next week.